and I slowly make my way up to this. As soon as we are starting to touch it, you guys can see we are hit with the wither effect. Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. Today's Minecraft video is my first breakdown video for the brand new Minecraft 1.14 update. We have the Village and Pillage update and snapshots on Minecraft PC. Now I did do a 2-hour live stream and you've probably seen some of these features. But considering that live stream was 2 hours, a lot of you guys want to focus on specific things in a little bit more detail. Now, there's a lot of things that have changed in this update. I'll leave the changelog down below. If you have anything specific that you would like me to focus on and make a video, first off, please take the time to hit that like button. I know I said that a lot, but it really does help. And leave a comment down below. So in this first video, we are going to be focusing on the new flowers and dyes. Now, specifically, I want to focus on this one, which is the Wither Rose. Yes, it does give you the wither effect. Yes, it's dangerous. And I want to show you how to obtain this at this current moment because it does not naturally spawn. Now, I do not know if the developers plan to change this because, of course, this is the first snapshot. Things always change. Snapshots doesn't mean necessarily every feature will be introduced, and, of course, it can change. So the new flowers that were introduced in this update is Cornflower, Lily of the Valley, and the Wither Rose. Now, each one has its specific role, but I want to start off with what they do in terms of dyes, because they've went ahead and made some changes. So, for example, Cornflower and Lily of the Valley, again, I do not know where these spawn. My guess is going to be like the flower forests. They're probably naturally going to spawn around Minecraft. Again, I do not know where they currently spawn, but that's kind of my current guess. So the Cornflower itself, when placed in the crafting table, will create a blue dye. Now, we know as Minecraft players, for as long as we played, Lapis has always been blue dye. We'll get into that in just a second. So if I grab this one, it turns into blue dye. Lily of the Valley turns into white dye. Of course, we know white dye in Minecraft has always been bone meal, but bone meal has other features as well. So bone meal can be used for growing crops, growing trees, etc. Now we have a dedicated white dye on its own. And you guessed it, the Wither Rose itself equals black dye. But again, we have ink sacks, which also mean that we can obtain these as well, which is what I want to focus on, because inside of here, we've got lapis, ink, and the bone meal. Also, if you guys notice any difference with the textures, that is because in this version of Minecraft, the 1.14 snapshot, they introduced the default texture version 3, which means, yes, we now have new textures, which is why these look slightly different. And this kind of looks like the default Terraria head. You know, when you're choosing your hairstyle, that's what it reminds me of. So as you can see, bone meal, which obviously is the white, black, which is the black dye, and lapis, which is the blue dye. You can actually turn lapis into blue dye as well. Again, with black, you can turn it into black dye, and with bone meal, you can turn this into white dye. The same way you can with these flowers. I do not know if they plan to keep the lapis, the ink sac, and the bone meal as the dye options. I guess having more options for one is always a good thing. So I want to focus in a little bit more detail. The Wither Rose itself, this thing's very suspicious and has definitely left me and all the Minecraft community really intrigued. You can see that this flower is definitely letting off some form of toxins, and that is because it is letting off the wither effect. So if we do /survival, and I slowly make my way up to this, as soon as we are starting to touch it, you guys can see we are hit with the wither effect. So this is going to be another way to obtain the wither effect, which really is an effect that you want to have as a Minecraft player. However, what we have found out is that this will also do damage to mobs. So if I get myself in creative, I spawn myself a sheep here. This will also do damage to sheep. It does take a little bit of time to kill it, but it's going to be better than any form of like piston grinder. There's no need to use a piston grinder because at the bottom, all you need to place now is this and this. And no matter what spawns on here, they are going to die. As you guys can see, we're using a sheep as a demonstration. If we grab ourselves a creeper, this is also going to be the same thing as well. Creepers will die. Everything will be poisoned and killed by this because, of course, it's the wither. I'm really curious, though. Creeper takes a little bit more time to kill. I'm really curious of wither skeletons. Obviously, the wither skeleton itself lets off the wither effect. Okay, so it basically kills everything other than the wither skeleton itself. So like you guys, how do we get this? Where does it spawn? Well, there's actually no natural generated location at this moment, but there is a way to obtain this without being in creative. Now over here, I created some form of system. I don't take credit for this. You guys basically tweeted it towards me. I think Doc M77, I think it is. I think he found this because there is actually a way to naturally grab this, and you need a wither. Again, I do not know if this is going to be the official way to obtain this. I kind of like the idea behind this because what will happen is when you summon a wither and it attacks sheep, any form of mob, or kills any form of mob within Minecraft, it will then drop this flower. Also, when you kill it, it has a chance of the flower itself, like being stood up. So usually when a mob drop is dropped or an item is dropped, it's dropped in this form. It can actually drop being placed down. Again, I don't know if that's a bug. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to summon a wither and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So in today's video, we are definitely using sheep as test dummies. If I place down a sheep right here, once this wither is able to kill it, you will notice, yes, you'll notice right there, it dropped the wither rose, the wither flower. So if we summon a couple of these, I'm going to show you guys that how many times it kills it. They always have a chance of dropping it, and I want to show you how cool that is. This is the only known way the Minecraft community has found to spawn the wither rose itself. And obviously with the wither rose, it does make sense to be linked to this. I originally thought it would be linked to killing the wither itself, but it's not. If the wither kills any form of a mob, it's going to drop this. So we've just been using sheep. Let's switch from sheep and let's go to cows and let's go to pigs. I've tested with cows before, but I've not tested with pigs. So we'll start off with a cow. Let's spawn in a couple of these. Come on, wither. One more. And as you guys can see, if we're lucky enough, there we go. That I don't think. Yeah, over here. So it looks like whenever it kills a cow, it has a chance of literally naturally spawning the wither rose on any form of land. I'm using bedrock just to embed this wither in here. So that's quite unique. It actually placed it down. This time it didn't, but sometimes it does actually have a chance of placing it down. And that's more than likely because of the wither effect itself, not naturally because of the wither doing it. So I think once any form of animal is hit with the wither effect, when it dies upon hitting the floor, that's when it could spawn. So we spawn in a couple of pigs. Come on. Come on. You can do this. There you go. It happened right there, and it happened right there. So it looks like whenever the pig hits the floor with the wither effect, it then generates the wither on the block. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. And that's kind of what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you guys that you can obtain the wither rose itself, but you do need a wither. So far, that's the only obtainable way. It's not naturally generating at this current point. So hopefully you guys understand this. I've got tons of breakdown videos coming because there is a lot to learn within this update. If you did enjoy today's video, please take the time to hit that like button because I appreciate all your support. And any other features introduced in the snapshots in this version that you're struggling with, leave a comment down below. And of course, I will eventually get around to making a video. Take care, stay beautiful, have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.